ever ladies' night on Sofa City Sounds. And I guess it would be like our first Christmas episode in like 3 years. So introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I play in a band called Iron Moose. We're from Niagara here. And I've been in like a bunch of bands, but this band is been going for like 2 years about, and it's great.
Nice.
It's really great. Yeah, we just opened for Dayglow Abortion, so always love opening for those guys. They're such a rad, legendary Canadian band, and right up our alley with, you know, the social satire and the sick riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we always love playing shows at the Warehouse, especially for Sue Ann. She's a great lady to work with.
She is one of my favorites.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Oh, I found it sounds like there's feedback coming from you.
Oh, it might be my hand was probably just cupping my phone. Maybe that did it.
That's better. Yep, that's absolutely what it was. I'm glad we're figuring this out as we're going along. So,
yeah, technology, but
mine either, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, no, Sue Ann is absolutely a gem to spend time with and get to play for and stuff like that. She puts on some amazing shows at the Warehouse.
Yeah, I've known her since I was like 14, and she's always just been great. I loved City Lights. City Lights was amazing.
Yeah, no, she's one hell of a woman, that's for sure. She pushes it to the limit when she does shows.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I was fortunate. It's funny because I've had tickets to the Dayglow Abortions 5 times, and this was the first time I've seen them. So so I was lucky because Pardon?
Something always comes up.
Yeah. I had tickets in London, and I didn't have a vehicle at the time. I had tickets in Toronto. One of my kids wasn't feeling well. You know, tickets in St. Catharines. Just you know, it wasn't a night I wanted to go out. You know what I mean? Like it's just there was always some reason why I didn't get to see them. And then it was actually fitting because I've had tickets to see them a million times. We just lost a major icon in the metal world, and that show happened to be right in the middle of his viewing and his funeral. So it was like I strongly believe everything happens in perfect timing, and that it was one hell of a show. It just made that night that much better for me. So
for sure.
Yeah, cool. And I got to meet you guys too for the first time. Pardon?
Neat timing for that.
Yeah. I strongly believe that the universe always works in perfect timing, even if it doesn't seem like it does. It moves people out of your way, or it puts people in your path, or like opening for certain bands or meeting certain people, or just the universe always works in perfect timing. So I think that it was good that I had to wait that long to see them. So yeah, cool. And I got to watch you guys open up for them, which was great because I worked with Brandon, right? Knowing that he's got you guys signed is absolutely amazing because that means they get to work with you guys too.
Yes, BG's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've known him for time too. He used to drum for another band we were in, and then like we just know him from like Thorold, right? Like known him forever. Yeah. So it's really cool that he started a record label, and he's super enthusiastic about it, and we're excited to be recording with him.
Yeah. No, I'm excited.
He's great at promoting the bands too, and he also signed our friends the Dominion. So we played some shows with them, and we love playing shows with them. And now we're like, band love, get to play lots of shows together, and now we're on the same label, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's nice when things like that, again, perfect timing. It's nice when things like that come together. So you guys actually just recently did a show at the Casbah with them, no?
Yes, we did. Like last Sunday, yeah.
So like what's it like for a matinee? Do you find it more fun? Do you find it different? Like Is it a different atmosphere? Because it's a daytime show versus a nighttime show?
Yeah, it's definitely a different atmosphere. And like sometimes a daytime show can be, you know, just as wild as a nighttime show, but it's cool because kids will bring, or sorry, people will bring their kids out. Kids will bring their parents out.
You're right. And that's how it happens sometimes.
Yeah. But you know, you meet band members that have kids too, and sometimes I'll bring my 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old out to shows, and so on Sunday I got to meet one of the Dominion's kids, and you know, talk about how, yeah, let's bring our kids to shows and then they can hang out. You're right. But it's definitely a different atmosphere than nighttime because people are just like, you know, they might stick around for one band. This ain't Hollywood. There used to be matinees there. Did you go there? So once a month.
I've been there a couple of times.
So once a month they would do punk rock matinees, and they were always a pretty big success, but it's always hit and miss, right? Like a Sunday, it's hard for people to get their stuff together. I know it seems silly, like, I know, at 2:00, but you know, it's still, I mean, it was difficult for us to get to Hamilton. Yep. You know, we weren't there till 3. So
well, and like, I mean, when you've been doing this for so long, your body's on a certain routine. And even though you're still doing the same motions, the same schedule and stuff like that, doing it 5 hours earlier can throw you right the fuck off. You know, like, and it can. You know, I mean, you're a parent. You completely understand what the difference of 5 hours means in your entire schedule. Yeah. Whether it be, you know, whether it be for like appointments or work or whatever, if you're not bang on and it's something that's off, it totally can not necessarily wreck your day, but make it different. Make it different.
Make it more challenging, right?
Yes, definitely. But it's nice though, because like you said, you've played with them. You guys are on the same label. It's interesting how quickly we find our family in this industry.
For sure.
And we do. We definitely find our family very quickly. I've been working with Brandon off and on for a couple of years. He'll throw me bands, I'll throw him bands and stuff like that. And now we actually get the opportunity to work together. And TJ as well, TJ Palmer, the two of them are doing the Liquid Fire radio show. It's called the Backbone Hour on Friday nights.
Cool.
I feel like you guys are already on the playlist. You have to be. I would be very surprised if you're not. I'm sure you are already on the playlist.
Well, we don't actually have any, like, we have just like live recordings, right? Like YouTube. So we're almost done recording 3 songs with BG, with Ass Pocket Records there. So
I feel like he can pull it. I feel like he can download it from you. Like, do you have your videos on YouTube?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's done that, or maybe not. Maybe it's on the playlist, but it's not in rotation yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Could be. I spent last weekend there, and him and TJ were pulling it together. So I'm sure if it's not, it will be on there soon for sure.
Exciting! It's so exciting to have, like, you know, the music scene coming back. Like, it felt like forever, right? Like with COVID, like, is it ever even going to happen again? Are we going to be able to have shows and you know, dancing and all that? So it's cool to see like the life being breathed back in, especially in the Niagara region, because like we used to have a good scene, and then
I know.
Also, I think people are still like weary about coming out, or they're just so used to staying in. It's still difficult to get people out, even for like big bands and good bands and stuff, right? And the matinee show is like, I know Ryan, he's the guy who's putting them on at the Casbah. He puts them on like every Sunday, which is great. And it's really kind of more like watching bands for the most part. Like a few people come out, but not that many.
Right.
That'll grow, I would say.
Definitely. I think so. I think there's an area there for that. Definitely.
And Hamilton has a pretty good scene, right? Like, and they have actually a few venues, like the Doors is a great venue, the Taco Bar, and the Kill Room, which is this really cool private indoor skate park. Super cool place to play. Cool vibe. Right, skating, and you're playing on a half pipe kind of deal.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
highly recommend it. It's very cool. Great vibe, like all around. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I got to get a little bit of work done on my car before I get moving again. I mean, she's drivable, but I don't really want to drive her into the ground yet.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I got plenty of room for more stickers. I can't kill her off yet. Every show I go to, I slap a sticker on her when I leave the show.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's great to hear that you guys are doing all this stuff. It is.
Yeah.
So who else? Because I originally I wanted to do the entire band, and then I had the idea for a ladies' night. So that's why they're not here. Not because I didn't want them, but I definitely wanted I wanted to try something different. So
Yeah.
that that's why we're doing it this way versus having the whole band. But we'll do this again with all of you.
Cool.
Who else is in the band with you?
So we've got John Gondash. We have two guitar players, John Gondash and Spencer Brooks. They both played in bands together before, and I've played in bands with a bunch of bands with John. So they're just wicked musicians, been playing since they were kids, and they have a really great chemistry together. Like neither one's rhythm or lead, right? Like they switch off and they switch off on solos, kind of like dueling guitar. Which is super great. John does most the like music writing, and then him and I do most the lyric writing, which is very cool. Chucky, he's on the drums, and he is great. I went to high school with him. We were not friends in high school, but it's not like we were enemies or anything. We just didn't really chill, right?
Yep.
And then he started playing in a band Trigger Warning. We were together for like 3 years as that band, and then we kind of broke up and formed this band. John was in that band too. And our other singer, who's not able to sing with us right now, he's my husband.
Okay.
And so yeah, we would do dueling vocals too.
Nice.
So this band is like a little bit different for me because I have to do, I mean, John and Spencer, they help me doing backing vocals, but I'm like the main vocalist, and I like singing. I like doing dueling vocals.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like being just the main singer too, but you know, it's different. It's a lot more work. And Chucky also plays in a band called Go Ogo Pogo, who's a lot of members of Well and Wasted. Yep. And then, so he drums for them as well. And then we've got Justin on bass. We met him because he worked with John, and then we figured out that there was like all kinds of other ties together. Nice. Like his brother used to play in Well and Wasted many moons ago. Nice. And he's a super dedicated, solid bass player, like really great. And he'll work really hard to get the part right. He lives in Brantford, so he's got to do like a lot of driving to be part of the band. But he's really dedicated. He loves playing shows. He's a really good fit. I think we're all like got a good niche in this band, and you know, most of us have known each other a long time. It works well.
Yeah, no, you can definitely tell. You like all of you bring like this enormous energy to the stage, but all of you bring an individual large energy to the stage too. When I had gotten to the show, I walked in as soon as you had walked on the stage. So I literally walked through the door and got smacked with your energy, and it was something else, man. It was awesome. It was really cool because I drove in from Toronto that day, and I drove through Toronto traffic. So when I walked in the door, I was like, and I walked right into you guys, and it just totally changed my whole mood. It was great.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
Yeah, no, you guys, I highly recommend you. You guys are an 11 out of 10 every time. So oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's nice to see women in the industry take control of their, I don't want to use the word role in the industry because that sounds so terrible, but like our place in the industry, right? When you take control of where you know you're supposed to be. You know, and it's nice to see that. It's nice to see that we're slowly finding our place. Actually, it's more quickly than not finding our place in the industry. So it's nice to see that. So is there anybody that you guys have worked with, anybody you guys have been on the stage with that you want to give a shout out to, that you recommend, any music you want to put down on the table that you listen to, that you recommend to people, anything like that?
Yeah, let's see. A really great band, High Anxiety.
Yep.
They are super dope. We played with them at Spiderfest. The drummer Jay Young, he puts on Spiderfest, accompanied by other people. And yeah, they're super great. They got 2 girl vocalists, and it's like, and yeah, it's super awesome. Who else? Well and Wasted. We all know them and have been friends with them for time. Gag Order from Brantford.
They're fantastic.
Also extremely, yeah, awesome.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic.
Yeah, we like listening to all those bands at Dominion. They are super tight. Really enjoyed playing with them and look forward to the future shows. We've got a number of shows New Year. So a couple of them are with them.
Okay. Where do you have, like, do you have dates and places and stuff? Do you want to throw that
I do.
out?
I'm just trying to remember. So I think March 31st, we're playing with them at the Doors, and it's a stacked lineup. It's Artificial Dissemination, Dominion, Backbreaker, and another band, and I'm sorry, I don't remember what the other band was, and us. And then we're playing with them in Guelph on May 4th, but I'm unsure the lineup there other than them and us. And then we've got a couple other dates in Hamilton. Yeah, so we play Hamilton like more than St. Catharines, I would say.
Yeah. They got a great scene out there.
Yeah, we love playing Hamilton.
Yeah, they do. They have a great scene, and their fan base out there is super dedicated.
Yes,
Super dedicated.
and like we always sell lots of merch. Oh, hi. Sorry, just 1 minute.
No worries.
Hi. We always sell lots of merch at Hamilton shows, which is great.
Yeah.
And we've got t-shirts and patches right now. We had days of t-shirts, but we're pretty much fresh out of we have like this moose mask. So we've got 2 of them left, but then we've got like a whole bunch of the newest one, which is like a zombie guy based off of one of our songs, Jib Tech Warrior.
Well, you only have one of the moose with the gas mask left, because I'll take one of those, and I don't care what size it is. Doesn't matter to me.
I think I'm gonna have to look, but I'll keep one aside for you. I think we've got maybe 1 large and 1 medium.
I'll take the medium.
Okay.
And a pat.
Okay.
Since we're doing business. So, but it looks like you've got your hands full, and once again, it's in perfect timing. Okay. So, is there anything else that you want to throw out there? Anything you want to add? Any more shout outs? Anything like that?
I would just say definitely big shout out to BG and AP Records. Shout out to you. Thanks for having us on the show.
Absolutely. We'll get together for your profile soon.
Awesome. Sounds good. And yeah, I would just say, come out to shows, people. Like, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna see bands for a low price, and you're gonna discover some great music and great friends. So don't be afraid to get back out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with all of that. You certainly you find your friends and your family in the pit. You definitely do. Perfect. So, you know, and you find great people creating those pits. So thank you for doing what you do, or we wouldn't have a reason to come out. So, you know, and I wouldn't have a reason to do what I do. So I'm grateful that bands like you guys exist and you keep going, because you make my job a hell of a lot of fun. So I appreciate it. So
Awesome.
You and your little have an absolutely wonderful night. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday and New Year. I certainly will message you, and we will start putting together your profile / biography and get you guys in the next book. And yeah, I'm really grateful. You know, everybody should check you guys out. They should check the label that you guys are on, AP Records. When you get the chance, you should head over to the Boneyard, because I'm pretty sure TJ's waiting to interview you guys over there too. So
Cool.
yeah, let's get you guys everywhere. You should be.
Awesome.
So wonderful.
All right.
You have a fantastic night, darling. Thanks again so much for coming on to Sofa City. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you. All right. Bye.